The sad thing is she's more Vulcan than the character that's supposed to have been raised on Vulcan.
Because she's Sheldon with boobs.
Yeah.
Here's a thing most people don't know about me. I'm gonna be a captain someday. The thing is,
on what ship?
I'm gonna go with the USS Short Bus. Oh, that was too mean. That was too mean.
Yeah. I don't know. I get it. They're trying to instill this sense of, oh, she's got dreams. We're supposed to be connecting to her. But you've created a character that's a cartoonish representation of people who have legitimate mental conditions.
Yes. It's fine she has aspirations and all, but like everything we've seen of those characters so far is made her as ungodly annoyingly depicted. And we want her to die. And we only seen her for less than 5 minutes when we first saw her.
Yeah, it's really not interesting. It's just her character is unlikable. Pretty much everyone in this episode has been completely two-dimensional, unlikable characters.
Except for Kowalski.
Yeah, who died because, he was getting out of his zone.
Yeah, you got a total prick bag, you gotta die. So, Kowalski, rest in peace.
there are still some things I need to learn. And I know that you were one of the most highly regarded first officers in Starfleet, and I have read everything there is on Georgiou.
Captain Georgiou.
Of course, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's okay.
Okay, again, flip-flopping emotions spectrum on her character.
Is she
does she strive to be emotionalist like a Vulcan, or does she want to be human? I don't understand the drive of her character.
Her character, she has no character, honestly. She's a very poorly written character. Either pick a side of her or show the conflict in a good way. They're showing it in a flip-flopping pancake fashion right now.
Yeah, every other scene is without emotion, I have emotion. No emotion.
And she's a good actress. She was good in Walking Dead. Like they're just giving her nothing to work with right now.
Yeah.
Wow, is that a book?
Oh, hey, before we continue, I bet you $5 Monopoly that's Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, or all of Lewis Carroll's works.
Something like that. I didn't get the title.
I didn't get a title either. Yep.
Oh,
Alice in Wonderland.
We called it. Now, if they showed that book prior to the scene in the air shafts, it would have made sense.
Yes, like her being seen reading it or something.
Yes,
even quoting it in the previous 2 episodes, something.
Yeah, it would have made it a good scene, but instead it's just a confusing, why are you quoting the most ridiculous quotes at a time when you should not be?
Yeah, it really feels like this was supposed to be like this sequence here should have been
earlier in the
episode.
My foster mother on Vulcan used to read it to me and her son. She and I were the only humans in the house. It's how I learned that the real world isn't always...
Wait.
Oh, no, that's it.
We were the only... Oh, she and her... Okay.
Oh, yeah, I thought it meant Spock
for a second I thought she was talking about Spock as well. But, well, yeah, I guess Spock, he did spend time with his mother, but still. This implies that she's known Spock and known him well and grew up with Spock.
And the USS Glenn.
Yay! Tilly's dead!
Sad to see a ship like
I know it was at the ship, but I kind of tried to dream there for a minute.
Yeah. I want to see the giant space monster floating towards the ship. Get us away! Get us away!
Just a ship. So our new guests settled.
That's no. I have never seen a captain be that blasé about a starship ever.
No.
They're like every Starfleet captain treats their ships like they're sexually attracted to their starship.
Oh yeah, like if you ever Captain
unhealthily
Kirk,
so.
Like Captain Kirk in The Naked Time, I thought he was actually gonna have sex with the ship at one point. It's like going, the ship is a woman, but she's jealous. Mm-hmm. And she's always on you. It's like
Thank you for beaming it aboard.
Oh,
anytime, Captain.
They brought the monster aboard.
Dismissed.
Jeez. Oh, sure, because it can eat Klingons. That means they need
Wait, pause. Is that a skeleton of a Gorn?
Yeah, it is. It's a very small Gorn, actually.
But how? The first time we encountered the Gorn was in Arena.
Yep. Lots of inconsistencies here. The ship.
They are retarded. They deserve to die. They are that stupid to bring that goddamn thing on the ship.
Yeah.
When it could punch through metal like it's wet toilet paper.
Yeah. Starfleet, starship metal. The stuff that's, not, that doesn't exist yet. That's supposed to be greater than any steel we have on the planet.
Yeah, well, maybe it's a complete energy field that it's in, but even then, I'm like, no.
Yeah, one power failure.
And you're fucked.
Yeah. Like, I could see putting it in a pod of some sort outside the ship and towing it to a facility.
Yeah, that would at least be smarter, because that thing killed the entire crew and it was just one of them.
And an entire Klingon raiding party.
Yeah, and it was like, what, about 300 people on your average starship?
Yeah, and they said they could hold many more than that on Discovery, because they have 300 independent science operations that can be running at one time.
Yeah. Oh, this is 10 flavors of dumb.
All right, so is he supposed to be the villain?
I think he's going to be revealed as the villain later on, to be honest. It's Jason Isaacs, because he's always the bad guy.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him being typecast. He's actually a very nice guy in real life.
Yeah. I mean, the whole point of the Federation is we're supposed to identify with them as being the best humanity has to offer.
Oh, yeah.
But everything they've done this episode and the prior 2 episodes just leads me to believe, how did the Federation survive to when Kirk got his ship?
Yeah, that's like 10 years from now, when they should be like on the skids of destruction right now.
I'll accept Discovery if the final big reveal is all of what we're seeing is actually the lead up to the start of the Earth Alliance from the Mirror Universe.
That actually makes sense.
Or the Terran Alliance or whatever. The super militaristic, we kill anyone and everything that gets in our way.
That at least makes sense, because so far it's irrevocably fucked the timeline.
Yeah, there's just so much wrong.
Yeah, like you have a Gorn skeleton, you have tribbles, and I swear to God you had something from the Operation Annihilate creatures in there.
Yeah, and I'm not even like a Star Trek purist. I love my Star Trek. I'm very much a nerd for it. But there's just a lot there where it's like, look, I'm fine with small incontinuities, but really?
This is like outright just flipping you off with it, Yeah,
well, I mean, it just feels like it's a totally different universe.
Exactly. I cannot see us being in the prime timeline. This is Kelvin timeline, maybe?
Well, even then, a lot of this technology is more advanced than what they had in the Abrams films.
Yeah. But at least I could say maybe it could fit.
Yeah, maybe.
But for prime timeline, no, that ain't happening. It's been that way already.
We have one chance to get it right.
We received a distress signal.
I told you we'd be ready when you called, and we are. Go.
Open containment fence, not a good idea.
Collision is imminent.
And you're leaving it out?
In the next episode, it's already getting out. Now, that's something like that you do as a callback, like 3 episodes, 4 episodes down, like, hey, you thought we forgot about this.
Yep. You know what this series really needs right now? Dr. Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park. I would save the show for me right now.
Yeah, but you did it anyways. You keep doing it. You keep doing
it. You package it and slap it on a plastic lunchbox. Now you want to sell it. You want to sell it. Oh, God.
I've got a lot of editing ahead of me, but Jesus.
This was a 48-minute episode, and it took us like an extra hour to get through it, I think.
A full-on extra hour and 20 minutes longer than the actual episode is.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Good Lord. I kind of not sure if I want to come back to see the 4th episode.
I'm going to suffer through it because, people want to see and hear about this. They've had a massive amount of people unsubscribe from CBS All Access, so we'll see.
Igor, I'll probably stick with it just because I don't want you to suffer alone through this shit, but...
Are you glad you're not paying?
I am so glad I'm not paying.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
I was considering buying the whole series on DVD when it came out, but nope, not happening.
Yeah. That episode is just freaking atrocious.
It was terrible. I mean, like, the first two are at least passable, I would say. They're still pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, they still have a Trek feel. You know, like I said, like between like a 6 and a 7, depending if, you know, how much of a purist you are for Star Trek.
Yeah.
But at least they had a Star Trek feel still to them. To that just did not feel like Star Trek. And the style was all over the place.
Yeah, it's like
just
the tone of the show. Like, was it Star Trek? Was it a space horror film? Like, pick what it's going to be and keep it that way. Don't just, like, fuck around with it like that, you know?
Yeah, there's no real build-up. It's just thing happens. There's no... Like, the connection to that other ship was a ham-fisted sequence, if you think about it, because you had...
Yes.
I'm talking to my buddy. Oh, we have a lurker. And then, like, half a scene later, oh, your friend's dead that you were just talking to.
The first half of the entire episode was almost completely pointless.
It was completely pointless. Nothing was achieved other than to feed someone's ego for the idea that they know how to write about mind games being played against someone.
Yeah, those are mind games. Like, any rational human would be like just losing their shit, going like, if you don't cut this crap out and tell me what the fuck's going on, I'm walking.
Yeah, put me in the nearest airlock. At least it'll be quicker.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to stay with Tilly in her room for a night, I probably would be like, I'm either gonna cut my throat with a bit of broken glass, or I'm gonna jump out the airlock.